Isn't that the way about everything with you, though?
I don't know. Oh, that it's always the
It's
60s
always
and
the 60s and 70s.
I know, and I wasn't even around. Maybe I was.
Nostalgia.
It's the nostalgia for a time where I was not present. And
There must be a clinical term for that.
well, possibly not a positive one. Who knows? Or maybe I was there in a past life, Tim. We just don't know.
No, you weren't.
Okay. But anyway, in the 60s and 70s, the stories behind the fighters and the stories behind the fights were, for me, I think, more captivating than the fights themselves. And the fights were incredible. So that if you think, so Ali, who's, he's Cassius Clay, wins gold medal in 1964, goes to a diner in I think, Louisville, and still can't get served. And he's like, I'm a gold medal winner, and you still won't serve me because of segregation. So throws his medal in the river. Then changes his name. Then there's crazy, bizarre things like the fight with Sonny Liston, where Sonny Liston, a lot of people believed he thought he was going to be killed by the Nation of Islam.
So he took a dive.
With that phantom punch. So there's those kind of stories. But Ali, unquestionably a phenomenal boxer and so charismatic. Then, because of his refusal to go to Vietnam, he gets stripped of the title. He can't fight for the prime years of his career from 67 to 70. Joe Frazier becomes the champion. Frazier lobbies Nixon to reinstate Ali. So then the two of them fight Madison Square Gardens in 1970. They get $2.5 million each, guaranteed, just to turn up. Cover of Time magazine. I mean, that's amazing. Frank Sinatra was employed by Life magazine to be the official photographer. I mean, how cool is that? Frank Sinatra was the photographer.
What were his photographs like?
They were dreadful. he was boozed. They were all blued. No, I
Drunk as a skunk. Lots of shots of the shoes.
Luckily, Dean Martin wasn't the official photographer. Okay. But I think Frank took it seriously. Anyway, it's against that kind of
That's the background. But I think you're being unfair because you look at Joseph Parker, who came up from Papatoetoe. And to see a guy from that part of the country, which it's a suburb of Auckland, it's a bit of a rough and tumble suburb, and to see him fighting at this level, even though it's not super duper top level, it's a great achievement. I get that. I'm just confused about what the hell it all means.
Maybe you can fill us in, 0800 80 1080. Now, we're talking some other things too, and if you are just joining us, most embarrassing moments. So Patti Smith.